This week, Parshas Tezaveh, Shabbos Zachar, the week before Purim. I would like to share a few insights from this week's Parsha that connect to Purim, whether if you want to say it, Divrei Torah, Shabbos by the Suda, that connect the Parshas Tezaveh to Purim. The first, the Balaturim, here in the Parsha, speaking about the Me'il, the Pasuk says, V'hoya al Aaron l'sharis, the Me'il should be on Aaron HaKoyin, v'nishma koiloi b'voya l'kodesh l'fnei Hashem. V'nishma koiloi. Says the Balaturim, there are 3 times that we find the word Nishma. Time number 1 over here. Time number 2 earlier, Nasa v'Nishma by Kabbalah Satira. And time number 3 in the Megillas Esther, V'Nishma Piskam Hamelach. 3 times the word Nishma to hear. Says the Balaturim. The Gemara says in Megillah, Amar Rabba, Halacha, what comes first, Mikra Megillah or Talmud Torah? Says the Gemara, Rabba says, Mikra Megillah's Kaidim. Mikra Megillah, the Avoida. If you have to read the Megillah and Avoida, what comes first? Zok the Gemara, Mikra Megillah's Kaidim. Says the Balaturim, these 3 V'nishmas are referring to the three, let's call it Shmiyas that we're talking about now. These the Nasa v'Nishma by Kabbalah Satira, that's Torah. These the Nishma over here by the Me'il, that's talking about Nishma v'Avoida. And then V'Nishma Piskam HaMelech, the third one, V'Nishma Piskam HaMelech, that Shmiyah, that's a Shmiyah of Megillah. And says Rabbi, between the 3 Shmiyahs, which one comes first? Mikra Megillah over Sai the Torah Nasa v'Nishma, and Sai over Avoida of the Me'il over here. And Mela says the Balaturim, if you look in the Gemara continues on, and the Gemara says, Ki Rabahi. It's big. Mikra Megillah is big. If you look in the Pasuk says, V'nishma piskam hamelech ki Rabahi. Ki Rabba, in other words, Ki Rabba, Mikra Megillah, the Pasuk in the Megillah saying, Rabba, it's more than Sai, it's Adif, it's before Kriyas, before Torah and before Avoida. And then the Balaturim ends off, and the Balaturim says, V'oid, who's the Bala Memra? Rabba. Rabba's the Bala Memra. So Ki Rabba, also Rabba's the Bala Memra. So that's the first Nakuda connecting our Parsha when the Pasuk says that V'nishma koiloi is referring to the Avoida of Aaron HaKoyin in the Beis HaMikdash. However, the V'nishma of the Megillas Esther comes first. The second Nakuda, on the note of speaking about the big day Kahuna. So part of what was in the big day Kahuna was also in the Begadim, in the Megillah. Tchelas, Argamon, and Sheish were from the materials that were in the Big Day Kohen Gadol. Vesat Tchelas, Vesat Argamon, Vesat Helas, Hashani, Vesat Sheish. And the same thing is also the Begadim that Mordechai wore, Mordechai Yotzim Elefnei HaMelech Belevush Malchus Tchelas, Vargamon, and Butz. The Even Ezra on the Megillah Esther says Butz is Pishtan and Sheish is Pishtan, 3 of them. Okay, but the Ramban says on this week's Parsha, Tchelas is royalty, and the Ramban says that really Tchelas was only worn by the Malchus, by the Goyim, and that's one of the reasons why it's given, why Tchelas was lost from us, why we stopped wearing Tchelas, because the Malchus outlawed, only the Malchus wore Tchelas blue, and Melu, the Yidden couldn't wear it. But Al Kabanim, Malchus is only for the Goyim. And then the Rambam brings, right here in the 6th Parsha, on Tcheles, he says, Kidemotzinu, that Achashverosh sent out Mordechai v'levush Tcheles out the Malchus out Malchus. So that's the next connection that we find in this week's Parsha of Tcheles, the same thing that Mordechai wore, and that's also, the Ramban says the same idea. He says that the reason why Tcheles, the Kohen Gadol wore Tcheles, and so too also, Mordechai wore Tcheles out the Malchus. One of the mitzvahs, Hayoim, is Mishloach Manos. The Maril says that if you give Mishloach Manos basar, meat or fish, you should give it cooked. It has to be cooked. The Netziv asks in Hemek Shaila from this week's Parsha, the Makar Chaim as well also asks the Shaila. The Pasuk says the parts of the karbonos that you give to the Kohen, the Pasuk says V'hoya l'cha lemona. You give Mishloach Manos V'hoya l'cha lemona. And over there, like the Netziv says, it wasn't given cooked, it was raw. So you see that a mana could be raw. So what's Pshan in the Maril? The Maril says if you give him a shloich manos, that it should be cooked. A mana could be raw. Lastly, the fourth Nakuda connection, this week's Parshas Tezaveh to Purim, the following week. The last pasuk in the parsha, the pasuk says, "V'chiper Aaron al karnois of achas bashana." It's referring to the avodas Yom Kippurim. Once a year, the avodas Yom Kippurim, bedam chatas Kippurim achas bashana yechap all of the seichem. It's interesting if you take a look. It says twice in the pasuk achas bashana. What's pshat? It says twice. V'chiper Aaron al karnois of achas bashana, bedam chatas Kippurim achas bashana. Yeah, we said achas bashana. Why does it say twice achas bashana? Says the Imrei Noyim the following. It's mevur in the Zohar that Yom Kippurim, Yom Kippur is like Purim. What's the pshat? And that's how it's going to be lost at Lavoi. Yom Kippur is a day of a mechilas avonos. We once spoke about this in the morning kollel. Yom Kippur is a happy day. You make a shechiyanu. Sometimes people think because you fast Yom Kippur, it's a sad day. It's a very happy day. Mechilas avonos. La'asad Lavi, we're going to see it with avodah that it's clear kapara. It's going to be such a happy day. Yom Kippurim like Purim. A happy day like Purim. Says the Imrei Noyim on Purim, the Kriya of Purim, Mochama Lashem Ba'molek Midor Dor. That's the Kriya of Purim. So he says in the pasuk, V'chiper al kanais of achas bashana, the kapara of Yom Kippur. And then it says, Achas bashana yechaper olav l'doirei seichem. The doirei seichem, the hainu when we read l'doir dor. Not now. Now, to say when the Torah Kedosha was written, there wasn't Purim yet, but l'doirei seichem, there's going to be another day of Purim. So Yom Kippurim, he says that Purim also a Yom Mechilas Avonos, and that's Yechaper Olav L'Doirei Seichem, when we L'Doir Doir, that is also going to be a kapara. So the first Achas Bashana is referring to Yom Kippur. The second Achas Bashana is referring to Purim. We should be Zoichataka to take the Limudim from Purim, and we should all have a wonderful Shabbos.